And good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Good Things Utah. Glad you are watching on this Wednesday. It is hump day. You are halfway through the week and almost to Christmas.
First day of winter.
First day of winter.
And it feels like it,
it's shortest day of the year, right? So if you're trying to get some sunlight, get out there while you can. Look at that beautiful shot, though.
Well, it's such a good day because you know it goes up from here. And the
love
days get longer.
It's true, the days do get longer.
It makes me so happy
But a little
knowing that
mix
we're over
of
the worst.
rain and snow moving in over the next 3 days. So yeah, if you can get that sunlight, if you can get out there now, it might be a good idea.
It's a big day, though. Emily in Paris out today. Who's excited?
Excited if I had Netflix.
Did you watch the first
I did
season?
watch it, actually.
You did?
I did,
okay.
and I loved it.
I
So-
like your holdout with Netflix. You're like, I hear the
know.
shows,
And
I
you're
see you watching them, and I will
stubborn.
not get Netflix.
And not even Emily in Paris
will
will
get
do
me.
it.
I mean, we'll see.
I don't know
One of
what
Harry
it
these
will
days.
Meghan
take.
didn't get you.
I know.
Stranger Things didn't get you.
Are we talking about Olive Garden?
Olive Garden will get you.
What's
Dina,
happening
go ahead and
today?
explain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. So it started as kind of a joke because a few months ago, we had a table talk topic about the people who went viral for taking their engagement photos at the Olive Garden. Remember, it blew up. It was everywhere. And then Olive Garden surprised them with a trip to Italy for their honeymoon.
Because they wanted to make it look like they were in Italy, and you can.
And the
if
pictures
you
were beautiful.
They were.
Put them in the
At
right spot.
The Olive Garden restaurant. And the more we talked about it, the more I sat here and I was like, I haven't been there in years. It sounds really good. So I've organized a little holiday lunch for our team and our crew where we are in the colors of the flag
She
of
asked
Italy.
us to have a dress code for this said lunch.
So this is why we don't have red, but we do have green and white.
It's been a long time coming, and today is the day.
And the crew also, they participated too.
They
and
did.
it's
They're all
for
dressed
Matt's
up.
birthday.
Thank you
Yes.
for dressing up, everyone, in your red, green, and white, the colors of Olive Garden.
And we even made reservations. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
I have not been in a long time either, but do you know
Doesn't
what
it
I
sound
make
good?
all the time? There's a copycat zuppa Toscano recipe out there for the soup, and it is so good.
So maybe we'll have that today.
You could have the soup
Yeah,
today.
I can't
Okay,
wait.
let's talk about what your brain does, the effect of giving gifts, the benefits of it, because it can bring so much joy. When you hear, okay, it's easy to receive, but then what does it do when you get to give a gift, right? And so many benefits can happen and make you feel good. So it just has to, I think, a mixture of empathy and generosity when it comes to giving. All right, so there was a study that said you can either give $5 or $20, and people gave more. They wanted to, and the results showed that people who were told to spend on others were significantly happier.
It does feel good. What's the saying? It is far better to give
Than to receive.
There
Do you
is
feel
a
the
boost.
same about tipping? Like when you tip, do you feel a little boost? When, no, you're still mad about the way tipping happened.
Again, it depends on what it is.
Well,
If
it
it's-
changed
yeah.
during the pandemic, but I always feel like I want to have good karma and I want to have a good brain boost, so I tip.
Well, and also during the holidays, you're supposed to give a little bit more, so it does feel good. So what did I do? I went to lashes and then hair, and you just tip a little bit more knowing that that will be the last time you see them until the next year. So it does kind of make you feel good. So you have this boost when you know that the receiver is going to enjoy it, when it's specific of what they love.
Oh, that's the
right?
best. Yeah.
And it also connects you a little bit more. So those are some factors that make you feel good, and it definitely has this chemical reaction.
Do you get
in your
really
brain.
excited to give people the
Yes.
gift that you picked, that you know you've nailed it, like you've gotten that perfect thing for them, and then it's so hard to wait, and you kind of want to tell them.
People are so good at the art of gift giving, and it doesn't have to be expensive. So, talking about my daughter coming home for Christmas from New York, she tracked down a copy of the New York Times, which is hard to get now. It's online. They're not papers out on the corners in New York, but she wanted to wrap all of her gifts in the New York Times so that you would get a little taste of New York with her gift giving. And I thought that was so creative.
Why is she the coolest?
I'm at Target buying whatever paper's on sale.
Yeah.
And then put it in a bag.
Right.
But she has those really sweet touches.
The art of gift giving. Yeah.
I like that.
I love it. Can I steal that? That's a really cool idea. Okay, so speaking of the holidays, here's something else that you can put into your traditions, or maybe you can start this. Something new with the elderly people in your family. What do we give to them? What is the gift that maybe they would appreciate the most, or that the whole family would appreciate that incorporates them? Well, they say have them share a story. Have them story tell at the family party or family gathering, something about their lives. So that also has some mental health benefits and a boost when we hear those old stories, and for them when they're telling it too. There's a few ways you can set this up with them so they're not, taken by surprise. So you can alert them. You can set aside the time it's going to take to share the story, rehearse with them, and then you can do a simple presentation for the rest of the family. And then they can start to ask some questions about their lives. They can have little prompts maybe to have a bigger conversation after. And you can ask what life was like in ways they can demonstrate. Say, what did you do as a family together? What were your most memorable trips or vacation? Who was your favorite relative and why?
And don't just ask, but record this. If you can record it. I mean, I've had so many people after posting my mom a little bit earlier this week say, I miss my mom. I wish I would have spent more time, or I wish I would have asked those questions, or I wish. So if you can record those or write them down, anything, save those memories and those moments.
And do it, because I hear that. I hear record, write it down, and I always think, oh, I should do that one day. So I have those for myself, for my boys, but I have yet to actually do it. And you have recorded or written down with your mom?
We have, and it's funny because here her daughter is, it's a TV interviewer and a questionnaire. And I started asking her questions. She always says, "I'm not on your show right now. Give me a second."
And it's like you just want to actually ask questions, and then you become typecast.
And she's like, "Nisha, I'm not sitting down on Good Things Utah. Ask me let's go a little bit slower." But we do. We have those recorded, and we've sent them out to all the grandchildren. And it's just a keepsake. It's just
so
a memory
special
to have.
And it's also really cool to learn things about your parents or your grandparents. I mean, things that I've heard about their youth seem so cool and larger than life. And it's like, that was you? That happened to you? It's just the coolest to know.
Don't think I didn't say, who's your favorite child?
How did she respond to that
She
one?
won't answer it. She'll I love you all. Oh, come on,
That's a
Mom.
good answer.
Come on.
That's
You
the
know
mom answer.
You know who the favorite is.
I know.
So let's talk about aging and healthy aging. New study out that says high levels of bad cholesterol are now associated with greater dementia risk. So, I mean, you've heard high cholesterol not good for you, right? We all know this, but now the impact on your brain is being studied and what it sets you up for in the future. We're talking about dementia a little bit later in the show and Alzheimer's. And this could be definitely bad for your brain. So you need to keep your cholesterol in check to prevent that cognitive decline as you age. There's a connection between cholesterol levels, dementia risk, presence of diabetes. All of that can affect your brain. So what do you do about it? How to boost your heart and brain health? First thing is eat that balanced diet. I know it's tough during the holidays, but less processed food and more healthy food. Exercise regularly, even if it's just getting out there, getting outside for a walk, getting inside for a walk. If you just need to walk back and forth in your home because it's cold outside. 7 hours of sleep a night. Who got that last night?
Oh,
Jay?
I sure did not.
No, Nobody?
No, baby has
Everyone's
been
shaking
waking
their
up a lot the last 2 nights.
It's such a rare thing.
Yeah.
Getting the right amount of Z's is essential for healthy aging. Keep that healthy weight. Again, watch your cholesterol because that can impact your brain, and manage your blood sugar. That proper diet, you do not want something that consistently spikes your blood sugar because that can impact your brain negatively.
But you said it's the holidays, so just remember that. We just have a little bit longer to go where maybe some rules are out the window and then we'll get back on track.
Get your steps in at the mall if that's where you're going
There you go.
today, right?
Okay.